Darren, is it frustrating to have to take time away from social media to do all this kind of stuff? I mean,
No,
it's
it's been a while. It's different as well. Yeah.
What's the feeling of this fight? I mean, here you are, back in a headline, and big fight has a lot of implications in the division, man. I know it's been a little while since you had a chance to fight. So what's the emotion like right now?
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to. It's all new. I'm just trying to take it in my stride. I don't know what to expect. Fighting without no crowd. It's weird because it's obviously the world's in shutdown and the UFC have done everything in their power to get us all here. So I haven't even spoken about the fight. I haven't even thought about the fight. I'm just with T and Carbon every day. The lads who are fighting, we're just enjoying it. There's no real concern about all of us cutting weight or anything. We're eating good. We're living good. So we're just taking it day by day. We haven't even spoken about the fight. We're just training and living.
What did you think about your last performance? Because obviously that was a big win for you, right? But I thought the narrative for a lot of people was like, well, Calvin looked flat. You know what I mean? Is that?
No, I took Calvin to school. School was in session, and okay, yeah, it might have been a little bit boring for a lot of people watching, but if you know through martial arts and through striking, I just nullified Calvin like no one could ever do, and with my debut, I was obviously a little bit cautious, and obviously I've always spoken about coming off them 2 losses. My confidence was a little bit knocked, but as soon as I got in there and felt myself, I just took him to school, and yeah, maybe he was flat, but you can't say things like that because then I can come out and say, well, this happened in my loss and that loss. At the end of the day, I just took Calvin to school, and that's all there is to it. And I would take him to school again if we ever fought again.
Did it bring the confidence back? Because you said, man, you were riding high, and then things changed. Was that enough to kind of reinstill back to where you were in that position before?
It brought a humble confidence back. I'm building on it. It was weird because throughout all my life, I felt like Superman. I felt invincible. Wherever I went in the world, I'd win, and I'd win anywhere. And then in the UFC, same thing, just win everyone, and then just boom, boom, knock, and it did knock me a lot, but I've learned a hell of a lot, and I know this is a cliche thing to say, what a lot of fighters say, I have proper matured, not even as a fighter, just as a person.
It's interesting because the term humble confidence, man, I like that. Is that something that you guys have focused on instilling, or has that just been kind of...
No, I just say words just to my girlfriend, actually, she says this on a daily basis, and I'm sure Collins, my coach, has said it a few times. I'm a walking contradiction, so it's weird. Like, I've got OCD, and if anyone comes to my house, it's top tip shape. There's not a glass out of place. And then when I go to hotels, I'm throwing towels everywhere. I'm pissing on balconies. So, that's just me, a walking contradiction.
That's fantastic. So what did you think about this matchup itself? I mean, I know you said you haven't talked a lot about the fight, but I mean, a former champion, obviously a guy that has a lot of respect in the game. I mean, does this excite you at all as a big fight?
Yes, of course. If I beat Robert Whittaker Saturday night, the only way to go is to the title. I've come at middleweight, and a lot of people say he's only had 2 fights, but look at my 2 fights. This is why, for every young fighter out there, or for every fighter in the UFC who sometimes may turn down fights, you got to take these big risks because they'll pay off. So I didn't campaign for a title shot after I beat Stephen Thompson in Liverpool because it didn't quite feel I deserved it. But now, if I beat Robert Whittaker Saturday, which is a big ask and a big mountain to climb, the only fight for me, I say Israel, Adesanya a lot, but them two, him and Costa, are scheduled to fight. The only fight for me is a title fight.
So you got Jack Hermanson, who just won, who said he figures the winner of this fight makes sense for him. Do you believe that he has a case at a fight with you?
Of course, he has a case if I beat Whittaker, but he'll have to wait his turn. I'm not looking backwards, and I'm sure at some point we're all gonna meet each other, me, Jack, and all these guys who are calling me out. But I beat Whittaker Saturday. The only name I want to hear coming out of anyone's mouth is Israel Adesanya. That's all I want to hear.
Last thing for me, Rob was here earlier, and he has a lot of respect for you. He said he knows you're training hard, no matter what you're saying. He knows you're training hard, and he's expecting. But he does say, listen, I think I'm just better everywhere. He's got a big left hand, but I think I'm better everywhere. What do you think about that statement?
Of course. Would you expect him to say anything else? It's the same question when people ask, do you think you're going to win? What do you want me to say? No, of course he's going to say that, and he should say that, and I should say the opposite, that I'm better everywhere. And But I'm not like that. I think Rob is potentially probably more of a seasoned wrestler. I think he's a little bit better in that department. Jiu-jitsu wise, I don't know. Striking wise, he ain't even close to the level. But I'm saying that, you know, he could come in and show me something new, but boom. So that's how it is. He's meant to say that. Would you expect him to say anything else?
Darren, it's been funny watching you and Rob. You kind of compliment each other. I mean, you said you would like to fight the worst Rob, and then he was here earlier saying, "Well, I hope he breaks his leg on the way to the octagon." It's been an interesting thing watching you guys. Is it nice to just come in and fight a guy that you know is sort of similar to you?
Yeah, it is, but it doesn't make a difference. You want beef, you're gonna get beef, and you want nice, you're gonna get nice. I'm that guy, you know. I won't try to build something that's not like. How can I build animosity with Rob, who I genuinely believe is just a nice guy? You know, how can I do that? So as I've said to you all the time, you're always gonna get honesty, and the whole fan base is all gonna get honesty from Till. So, you know, I'm not gonna try to build anything that isn't. We're both nice people to each other. We've had a laugh on social media, so that's just how it is. But whether I like it or I don't like it, I'm still gonna try and annihilate you, and I do that to my teammates. So imagine what I'm gonna do to someone who's not my teammate, and I'm sure he's gonna do the same. So it's just, I'm not even thinking about the fight. I'm talking about it now. I'm still not even thinking about it. I'm just want to crack on with this week and fight and then go home.
It seems appropriate to ask you then on the basis of that answer about Mike Perry. I mean, obviously, you know, everyone's always asking you about Perry, but I was interested. Ages ago, you said you never wanted to talk about the spar with you because you felt that should stay behind closed doors. But then he broke that and said that he beat you in the spar, he beat you with left hand. I was wondering now, if you want to give total honesty, give your version.
I don't roll like that. My coach instilled a few things in me. Not a lot of stuff I listen to, I go off course, but I don't need to talk about that spar. If he's insecure and feels he needs to say he beat me, you know, it's okay. And I'll still sit here and say I don't mind the guy. You know, he's obviously been offended by what I've done, and I'm obviously, you know, I should be charging him rent because I'm living in his head. You know, he owes me a few quid, so get it paid. But it is what it is. I gave Mike Perry a lot of. I've given him a lot on social media, and a lot of people have took notice because of me. So I'm not going to talk about him too much because he's going to have more followers than me soon.
We're going to make the websites for him, you know.
I didn't make that website, to be totally truthful. I made an Instagram, and then some fan must have made the website that I put on the bio, and now it's fucking famous as fuck.
I think before you came here, I heard you talking a couple of times about the heat being an issue, but actually, I can tell you, I haven't been here, it's not that hot in the arena at all. So what's it like dealing with the time?
The time's been a little bit of a struggle. This morning was the first time we sort of tried to switch my body clock to get ready for fight time around 5-6 o'clock. But you know, once I'm up, I'm ready to fight whatever time. But yeah, I think it is important to get that all. It's late, so I mean it's not even late. It's early. It's on like 6-7 o'clock. So in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna have to really, you know, get used to that this week. But I'm sure we'll do it. And you know, I've been training that time and I've been training overnight, so it's okay.
And last one for me, I saw in a piece with BT Sports that you think you do better when the pressure's on, basically, when things aren't going that great for you. Is that a nice thing to know, that I have the strong character that I can thrive even in tough situations?
Yeah, my girlfriend will know this better than anyone. I don't know what it is about me. I like to feel, I don't know I like to feel hate. I like to feel down on myself. Like, I don't know if I should say this, but I like to feel like a piece of shit. Because if you're the furthest down, you can't get no more down. It's only, do you know what I mean? So I like to be, I don't know, I just like to be a proper underdog and all against me. So when I prevail, you know, I can sort of look back and be like, don't even have to say anything. So it was like that for, you know, when I sort of broke into the world when I beat Cowboy, and you know, I felt like it was like that against Gaslam, because I was the favourite going into the title fight with Woodley, and I was the favourite against Masvidal, and then, you know, I felt like it was like that going into the fight with Gaslam, and I don't know now. I think it's sort of 50-50 with me and Rob, but I've just put myself in that mentality for the, you know, for this fight, and you know, I hope it goes well for me on Saturday.
How do you put yourself in that, you know, if you think that, you know, it could be 50-50 between the two of you, how do you put yourself into that kind of mind frame?
I think from me, just from an individual, point of view, do everything I can in my power in the gym, in life, and then still put myself, even though I know how prepared I am 100%, but just still put myself a little bit down and a little bit, say, under Rob. So, look at him as everything, the beast I've got to conquer. Sort of, it's like it's a weird, I don't know how I can explain it best, but I just like to think as Rob is better than me. That's it.
You mentioned there that all of this feels pretty new to you, and it's a pretty stacked card that you have, and you're right at the top of that. How does that make you feel?
Unbelievable. My coach, Colin, said it a few weeks ago. He said, look who's on your undercard, Till, and it's like some of the guys I'm the biggest fans of, like Shogun, who was just like an animal back in the day, Nogueira, Gustafsson, Verdun, and all these other, and then I've got my teammates on it, and then all these other guys. It's just like, wow, I'm the top of that, the cream of the crop, me and Whittaker. So I didn't get here by chance. I got here with a lot of hard work, and it's paying off, and it's good to be on a historical event like this.
What about in terms of the motivation for you? Is that an easy thing to embrace, do you think?
As I said, I feel like I don't want to sound cliche, but I feel like the maturing I've done, I'm going to say in the past 6 months, the past year, is just phenomenal. Like, not even as a fighter, just the maturing I've done mentality-wise, even just little things about, like, just being 100% in the fight game, 100% in, skin in. I've never had motivation like this for a fight in my life, and I'm sure my coach will, second that.
Who do you credit for that? Because obviously that's not something.
My coach.
Yeah.
My coach, and we went to see a few guys. We went to see a good guy, and he helped a lot last year. He was a big influence into all this, but I can't say nothing. It was my coach. It was my coach is the reason I'm here. He should be sat here and taking interviews, not me.
You said that the only name you want after this fight is Adesanya, so I'm guessing you don't think Paulo Costa is going to win.
No, I'm just talking in terms of the biggest fight to make, and the biggest fight it seems, and the biggest fight, and the fight that everyone wants to see after this fight, if I win, is Adesanya. So I've said I think Adesanya Costa's a 50-50. I think I'm slightly edging towards Adesanya because I think with technical ability wise, I think he's got a little bit more. But the reason I'm saying it's a 50-50 because it's like a dogfight, technical versus brute strength, and Costa's, he can do the 5 rounds, he's got the hands to do it, he can take a punch. So for me it's 50-50, but because the fight's been built up so much between me and Adesanya, that's why I say that. But I could be wrong, Costa could go out there but until I see both of them guys on the scale, I'm not believing that fight's happening in September, so I'm going to stay ready for September.
Why you don't think it's going to happen?
I just think there's going to be a pullout.
This is last one for me. You've been trolling Mike Perry a lot online, but he was recently caught on tape on a bar fight. I'd like to...
Do you know what? I always say this, his personal life's nothing to do with me. I don't want to... I know it sounds mad, I don't want to kick a man while he's down. All trolling Perry and whatever's, it's having fun. But, I've been in bar fights, and I've had a lot of things happen outside the octagon, and I wouldn't expect people to comment on my personal life, but they do. But I'm just not that guy. Whatever happened, he didn't even look like he was in the wrong. It looked like the old guy rushed at him or something, so self-defense at the end of the day. But I hope he's okay. I hope Mike Perry in his head is okay, and I hope he's happy and content.
Hey Dan, Daniel Kinahan's been in the news for a few months because of his involvement in the Joshua and Fury fight, and then we're being told stepping away from boxing to the backlash to the allegations. Has he stepped away from the MMA side? I
wouldn't know. I don't deal with him in the MMA. My coach deals with everything, so he's my friend, and that's it. But with regards to business, it's not to do with me.
Did he give you any advice for Whittaker or the fight in general?
Yeah, he actually just said smash his head in. So.
And how do you rate Whittaker's social media game?
Weak, very weak. He's very slow to the ball on that. I'm quicker, but it's different time zones, so for me to have to see a post of his quick time, I have to have them bleeps on, and as soon as I see, boom, I'm there. But he's slow. he's slow on the old Instagram. He's slow. Yeah.
Good luck fight night.
Thank you.
Darren, when you look back to the losses, do you feel like if, in retrospect, you kind of bought into your own hype to a degree? Like, they were pushing you so hard,
Yeah.
you know, making comparisons to Conor McGregor. Like, you were on this insane skyrocket. Do you think, like, maybe you bought into that a little too much?
No, I've said this from the start. With regards to pushing me, I wasn't ready for Woodley, etc. No, I truly believe I'm a better fighter than Woodley, and I know I'm a better fighter than Masvidal. And this is not me hating on his success. I am truly 100% happy for all the success Masvidal's having, and I hope he continues to have it. But it was just a fate. I think it needed to happen the way I was. I was too confident, I was too cocky, and I just felt invincible. I felt like I couldn't be touched, I couldn't be knocked down or knocked out. You know, because it never happened. It never. I took shots from some of the biggest punches ever, and it never happened. And then, you know, in a twist of fate, as I said to you, knock, and my confidence just went to zero. It was at 110, and it went straight to zero, and I was questioning so many things that had never even entered my head in my 15 years career of fighting. So I don't think I bought into the hype. I was happy that the UFC were investing so much into me, but when I look at it now, I'm proper really happy it happened. Like, really happy.